Hey, everybody. Welcome to Cycles Day 23. We are in another light day. We have some shoulder work coming at us, arms and shoulders. And I have a set of 8-pound dumbbells for that. And we're going to throw in just a little bit of legs to help give the shoulders a break along the way. So I have a heavy kettlebell for, I always forget, 24 kilograms for deadlifts. We're going to be on a timer. We're going to be going 30 seconds of work, and we're going to have 15 seconds of transition time. We're going to go 4 rounds through. So let's go ahead and get warmed up. Start on your hands and knees. Get your hands nice and big and your fingertips spread apart. We're going to sit back into our child's pose. Slide your shoulder blades down. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, pull your shoulders forward as far as you can, stretching over the wrists. We're going to be on our wrists for a couple of our moves today. So we're going to get those warmed up, ready to go. Just start sliding forward and back, but make sure to keep a lot of core flexion so that you can get your back to stay neutral between your hips and shoulders. Always keeping that pelvis lined up. One more like that. And then just make little shifts side to side. So keep the belly nice and strong. You're hinging forward. Shoulder blades are down. Belly stays strong. Hinge side to side. And then push yourself back. Bring your fingertips so that they point towards your legs. And sit back just a bit if you can. Stretching through your forearms. Still pulling on those wrists. Bend one elbow just slightly. And then the other. Bend one slightly. And then the other. And then we're going to flip it around, put the palms upside down. So the palms are facing your armpits and the backs of your hands are on the mat. And then you can kind of internally and externally rotate your elbows. Good. Sit back on your heels, shake the wrists out. Grab your hands behind the back. See if you can interlace them, open the chest. And then dive forwards. We're going to bring our forehead to the ground if you can. Let your shoulders drop behind your head. Roll your shoulder heads back, though, still. And then sit back up. All right, we're going to hit our thoracic rotations. Grab deep into the core, right hand behind the head. Inhale, rotate your elbow up as far as it'll go, keeping your low back still. So we're rotating through the mid back. This is 3. We're going to go to 5. 5. Perfect. Other side, hand behind the head. Inhale, twist up. 3, 4, and 5. All right, let's switch into a downward facing dog. Again, big spread open fingers. So point your first finger straight ahead and then grip into those knuckles, side the chest back. Pedal out your feet if you'd like, if you need a little bit of space, back and forth there. Grab tight through the core and we're going to hinge forward, shoulders over your wrists. Tuck the tailbone, belly button pulls back and strong. And then inhale, push back. Take a couple deep breaths, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start our timer. You're going to stay in your downward facing dog. We're just going to shift back forward into our high plank and hit up shoulder taps. Okay, so come forward, shoulders over your wrists, tap your shoulders side to side. If this is too much on one arm, then you can either go to your knees or just hold your plank position. Tuck and hold through the core. We're trying not to rotate in the hips. Get that core work done here along the way. My abs are sore from yesterday's core workout. Super fun. Getting into those shoulders. Okay, walk yourself back. We get 15-second break. So shake out those arms. Grab your weights, and we're going to do kickbacks. Getting into the triceps. Hinge forward, belly strong, elbows are up. Here we go. Feel like you're lengthening your back from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Weights are kind of light, but hopefully they'll add up through these 30 seconds. I'm sure that they will. Keep your elbows up high and make sure you don't start swinging the arms, right? This is a swing. This is not what we're doing. Stay in control. Push, grab, control that drop. 3 seconds and time. All right. We're going to head back to the ground and we're going to hit up commandos. Commandos are a drop, drop, push, push. You're going to forearms, from forearms to elbows, forearms to hands, up and down. Again, trying to keep your core firm and fixed. So drop elbow, elbow, hand, hand. And we'll switch our first pushing arm every so often. You can either switch every one, or I'm kind of doing every 5 here. Try to place your hand right where your elbow was. Lock in through that core. So you want your hips to lift and lower with the shoulders. Here we go. Come on up. Get another little stretch. We're going to go shoulder rotations. So grab those dumbbells. Bend your elbows. Elbows are going to stay at a 90-degree angle. Open out wide. Rotate back, down, together. Out, back, down, together. Keep that core strong. Supportive for the body. Looking good. Open elbows wide. Keep that upper middle back flexed to support for the shoulders, right? Space between ears and shoulders. Time. Let's stretch those shoulders a quick sec. Pull one across in the other. So now, give those shoulders a break, and we're going to hit up deadlifts. Still contracting through that upper body, holding support for your heavy weight. Depending on your weight, you can go a little faster here. Hinge forward. Remember to reach out if deadlifts are a struggle for you, if you feel like you're always getting into your low back. This is something I would love to work with you on because this is such an important, necessary daily life function. Okay, set your kettlebell, dumbbell down. We're going to do knee drops. Okay, these are different. We haven't done those before. If it's too much pressure on your knees, just go as low as you can. So you're going to drop all the way onto your knees, and then all the way up, trying not to use your arms. It's okay if you don't get all the way onto the ground. Just do a little forward drop. Your heels can come up off the ground. Okay, all the way down. Gets into your quads. Helps us get up off the ground a different way without using our hands. All right, next up, getting into that core a little more, and then back into the shoulders. We're going to go into a side plank, and we're going to do hip dips. If you need to just hold your plank and not do the dip, that's totally fine. Here we go. Take your time. I would prefer you not rush and stay bouncy. We're here for time. So it's actually better to kind of hold tension and flexion on that waistline. We have a 15-second transition here. Take a break if you want, or you can hold a center plank with me. Lift up high through those hips. Okay, center. It's going to be fast, only 15 seconds. Let's get ready, rotate over, and then we're going to do those dips. Here we go. Make sure you're not rotating. We're just dropping and lifting. Okay, next up, we're going to have those shoulder taps. So we'll be back at the top. I'll take a little downward facing dog for our 15 seconds, and then we'll be shifted forward, ready to go. Feel those obliques. All right, here we go. Down dog if you'd like, or a child's pose. Take a couple deep breaths here. Relax through the neck and shoulders. Bring your body forward. Find that high plank. Tuck your tailbone, and then tap opposite hand to shoulder. Keep your shoulders over the wrists. Try to barely move in the hips. You do that by locking your butt and thighs. And then your abs will continue to burn. Whew, okay, come on up. We're going to gear up for our kickbacks. Shoulders back and down. Hinge it forward. Bring your elbows up high. Here we go. Kick. Feel those triceps. Remember, we want to control that drop back down. See if you can lean forward far enough to where when you kick back, your arm is parallel to the ground. Three seconds and time. All right. Little tricep stretch. We'll be into our commandos. 3, 2, and go. Trying our best, just like with those shoulder taps, to not rock the hips. These ones are a little tougher to stay level, but try. The more you think about it, the more you try, the more likely you're getting closer and working a little more into that core. Use flexion in the arms, time, to support that drop and push. Whew, okay, we have our shoulder rotators next. Make sure you have that tall chest, belly locked, open elbows. Rotate back, down, together. Up and back. Can you keep your elbows still as you rotate back and down? Can you keep the work out of your neck? How do you do that? Engage the back a little more, and then reach your ears away from the shoulders. Time. Okay, let's do that little cross stretch. One arm, then the other. We're on to our deadlifts. Ready, and go. Enjoy that little stretch on the hamstrings, and then that engage, power, drive through those glutes. Hop those hips into place without pushing your hips forward in front of the line between heels and shoulders. So it all stacks up. Time. All right, we're going to do those knee drops. Three, two, here we go. Drop in, be in control, drop up or drive up. Also, another option to kind of modify or do regressions to progressions would be to put a pillow or a cushion on the ground so you don't have to drop quite so far. This is good though. Knee health, foot and ankle stability, all good. All right, let's go onto the ground. I'm going to start on my second side, and we're going to hit up that side plank. Little stretch first. Ready? And go. Side plank. Drop and lift those hips. Stay stacked. Flex up. Just feel those muscles building. Okay, to the middle and hold. If you're holding with me through that front plank, tuck and tighten. Find that hover. Okay, rotate over. Side plank, second side. Pull the belly button back. Reach the chest forward. From here, we'll go into our downward facing dog and gear up for our third set. Keep your top leg straight. Okay, hit your down dog. Drive those hips up and back. Enjoy a couple deep inhales and exhales. Go ahead and shift forward. Find your high plank. Your shoulders should be getting just a little bit more tired. And then we're going to get those shoulder taps. Try to stay lengthened for me in your back. Pulling the belly button up and in. Tighten along your sides, your rib cage. All right, up and back. And then we're going to grab those dumbbells for our kickbacks. Here we go. Hinge forward. Elbows are high. Straighten those arms straight back. And then control your drop. Sometimes it's nice to lower weight to really be able to give yourself the ability to get all of those pieces held together. Elbows stay up super high. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Time. And then you can get that full extension and control the drop. I struggle sometimes to control my drop on kickbacks if the weights are too heavy. Okay, Commandos. Remember, try to place that hand right where your elbow just picked up. The further away that hand pushes, the easier it is. Time. All right. We'll have our shoulder rotations. Whew. Chest is up. Elbows at the sides. Rotate up and back. These ones are definitely adding up. Feel like your elbows are pulling away from the shoulders. Build those shoulders. Feel that strength. And time. All right. Gear up for your deadlifts. Engage the back. Flex those glutes. Remember, on a deadlift, it's all about the hinge. Hips push back. Your chest and shoulders drop, right? With a squat, we want to keep the chest up. With a deadlift, drop it forward and down. Time. All righty. Into those knee drops. Running fast. 3, 2, and 1. It's like an aspect of balance, core. Remember, it's not supposed to hurt your knees, so just stay in a higher range and don't drop all the way down if it's bothering your knees. and time. All right. We're going to hit up our side plank dips, and then we have our final set. Running fast. 3, 2, here we go. Feel that flexion all the way around the core, and then that big push through the side. You're using your back to help support through the shoulder. Keep the thighs strong. Rotate and hold in the center. Tuck that tailbone. Lots of core flexion. Turn and go. Take time, options, opportunities, scan the body, feel the feels. Open that chest, drive up through the oblique. Time. Push into your downward facing dog or a child's pose. Slide those shoulders down. Relax through the neck. Go ahead and come forward and then hit your shoulder taps. Make sure those shoulders are over your fingers. Your butt is not in the air. You have that solid plank. Tuck your tailbone. Flex into the back. Hold support. Using musculature to keep that plank. Time. All right. Kickbacks. Hinge forward. Elbows up. Get those triceps. Keep those elbows up high. Time. Okay, back down. We're going to hit our commandos. Give my little arms a break. 4, 3, 2, here we go. Feel the work here. We only have to do this 30 seconds. Then we'll get up. Lock and load the core. Oh, I'm trying not to get sloppy. Time. Whew. Man. All right, I'm glad that's the last set of that. 5 seconds. We'll do our rotators. All right. Getting those shoulder joints through ranges of motion. If any of this movement causes pain, put the weights down. Try just going through the range of motion without the load. It's normal to have a few cracks and pops. Time. Couple ligaments. Flip and flap over each other. Okay, on to those deadlifts. 3, 2, here we go. Working the back side of the thigh here. Hamstrings, glutes, core, upper back. About this time, I still feel my shoulders here too. Time. Okay? Gear up for your knee drops. Keep the core strong. 3, 2, here we go. Good. Still try to keep those knees straight ahead where the toes are. Knees track. Try not to let them splay wide. Time. Or fall in. All right, here we go. Side plank dips. Last little bit. Find your side plank. And here we go. Drop and drive. Find the best contraction for that oblique. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Find your front plank. If you're joining me there. Only 15 seconds. See if you can still feel the work build. Okay, let's rotate and then dip. Having this ability to hold support, drop and drive, keeping heat through the core. This definitely relates to healthy, strong backs, especially if you can keep those hips stacked up, right? So these can be problematic if those hips are rolling around. Time. Well done, well done. All right, fun and chill. So you should have plenty of energy left for our HIIT session tomorrow. Hinge those hips back. Reach your arms forward. Feel your armpits tuck in, suck them up, and the elbows rotate down to the ground. And then we'll come up to our hands and knees, and we're going to thread our needle. Inhale, bring your right arm up. Open, open, open. Keep your shoulder blade rotated down, back. Try to keep the shoulder out of the ear. Then we're going to slide that right arm under and through. See if you can get your right side of the head all the way onto the ground. Reach your left arm forward toward the front of the mat. And then just check in with your breath. See if you can keep your mouth closed. All right, bring that left hand in. Push yourself up. And let's hit the same thing on the other side. Inhale, left arm. Rotate, rotate. Keep the hips level. Exhale, tuck under. Slide that left arm as far as you can. The hips will pull back to the left. See if you can lay on the outside or the left side of your head. Slide the right arm forward. Feel a healthy pull, stretch. All right, slide that arm back. Push yourself on up. Let's bring our right leg forward. Small little hinge in, and then we're going to focus on that hamstring. So pull the toes up. Slide your right hip back. Lengthen the chest toward the toes. And then let's throw in a little bit more shoulder stretch. So plant your left hand on the ground, left fingertips. Take your right arm behind the back and see if you can wrap your right hand around toward your left hip. Stay long in the back. Lift the chest. Unwind, and we'll hit our pigeon. Cross your foot to the other side of the mat. Stay in touch with your breath here. Let's stay high on our hands for now so we can get some traction in the upper back. So plant high onto the hands. Level off those hips, so push your left hip toward the ground. Drive into the hands and then pull back without moving so you feel your chest lift and the back lengthen. Now, tuck your belly button back. We don't want to compress the low back here. Okay, if you can, plant onto your left forearm, or you can stay up onto your hand. Bring your right arm up. Pull the shoulder back away from the ear. All right, drive it down. Press yourself up, and we'll hit up the other side. Left leg forward. Quick little hip flexor stretch. Back hip stretch. Pull the toes up. Make sure you level off the hips. First big piece. Pull the chest toward the toes. Plant onto your right hand and take your left hand behind your back and around toward the side of your right hip. Then drop your shoulder down away from your ear. This actually super increases my hamstring pull here too. I like it. Okay, and then we'll hit our pigeon. Make sure to stay connected with your breath. Cross over. Get the pelvis and hips set up. Plant those hands in front. Drive in. Then find traction. Press into the hands. Pull the chest through. Hold onto the core. Don't compress your low back. And then drop onto your right elbow and rotate your left arm up. Oh, a little tighter on this side. It's crazy how, you can really see how if you have possibly issues in the shoulder or the neck on one side, it really can originate from a tight hip. That's where I'm tight here, but it's coordinating all the way up to my tightness there in the shoulder. So keep working on that hip, Kelly. All right, push yourselves up and back. Walk your hands in. Hang over those legs a second. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, round all the way up. Thank you, guys. Great work. I will see you tomorrow, I hope, for our high intensity session. Have a good one.